So what's going on, guys? Chris here, bringing you another video, and today I'm just gonna kind of answer a question that I've been getting recently, and that is, what lowering springs does my car sit on? Well, actually, the front of the car sits on coilovers, the rear of the car sits on H&R Super Sport springs, and today I'm gonna kind of compare what's better, lowering springs or coilovers. And before anyone gets mad or anything, hey, if I had the money to get airless suspension or whatever, if anybody wants to, hook me up with a free deal, I would take that over, lowering springs or coilovers. But hey, I'm stuck with this, so let's get into this. So first off, the benefits between lowering springs and coilovers is, well, you're eliminating the ugly 4x4 factory stance that these cars have. Pretty much when Ford made these cars, they had the idea as, hey, you can take a Mustang off-roading as well. So it has our F-150 suspension package that our trucks have. It's just a car. Honestly, it's just really ugly. So the first benefit is coilovers and lowering springs, you're going to get that, really good stance. People are going to break their necks looking at your car if it's done right. So lowering springs versus a stock spring, the lowering spring is shorter, and the spring rate is usually stiffer for the weight of the car. And coilovers sit over the sleeve, and they're adjustable where you can adjust the ride height. With lowering springs you can't. And usually for the price that you pay for a set of 4 springs, for these cars, the 99 to 04, you pretty much just get the hardware, the springs and everything. You would get the coilovers for a set for the front or rear. The rears are usually a little more expensive, but I only paid about $260 for mine, and I've gone over what I've had a million times. It's by Team Z or Strange, whichever. So in my mind, lowering springs are a good idea. They're a budget-friendly mod, and you can, like I said, eliminate the 4x4 stance, and it lowers the center of the gravity of the car. It gives it, that kind of better suspension play, and it makes it more performance-wise, where you could just drive the car and have more fun being low to the ground. And coilovers do the same thing, but I prefer coilovers because the ride is harsher. They have different companies out there like UPR, Strange, Raceland, and stuff like that. They make coilovers, so usually they're all about the stiff rate. They're about the same. You can buy the different spring rates, but they're still going to be harsh. So that's where the struts and shocks come into play. Usually when people lower cars with lowering springs, they don't upgrade the factory struts and shocks. So those are not, set up for the spring rate and the shorter spring that a lowering spring has. So what you should do is upgrade the struts and shocks, to either Coney or Tokiko or, Strange or Viking. I have Strange. They're adjustable. It takes like 5 minutes to turn a knob on all 4 to set them right to what you want. There's 10 adjustments to adjust the damper. And that just makes the ride a lot better, but it's still going to be a little harsh. So you're sacrificing the quality, your ride quality, for performance gain. So that's where that comes into play. But hey, I'd rather have performance than ride quality. So a lot of people do coilover setups for whether it's autocross or drag racing and stuff like that. But like I said, I prefer coilovers, and the only bad thing, but good thing that comes with this is you're going to spend more money in parts. So when I did the coilovers for the front, I had to do offset rack bushings and to raise the rack and pinion up where the K-member is, and then I had to, of course, spend the money on the coilover setup, and I added a UPR bump steer kit. Bump steer kit allows kind of the car to not want to drop itself somewhere, when it hits a pothole or, a turn in the road or something like that. So it gives you more control, and the alignment shop has a lot easier time aligning the car. And of course, the caster camber plates I have are the Maximum Motorsports, and in my opinion, they have the most adjustments. So make sure you pick up a set of those before you buy lowering springs or coilovers. So that's kind of just my idea of what I would go with and why I believe coilovers are better, because you just got to take the wheel off is the only headache. But the beneficiary thing is that you can, with a spanner wrench, you can adjust the ride height. That's it. Here's just kind of a close-up of what I have. They're just called the Hyper Coils by Strange. I paid $260 for them, which isn't really bad. They weigh less, they weigh a little bit less than regular coilovers. They're kind of like some special, drag racing or whatever. So when I bought these, the regular ones that they had were out of stock, and so they had the Hypercoils in stock for like $20 more. So I just said, you know, fuck it, we'll just go with that. Always, if you should definitely pick up a sway bar too. But here's the bump steer kit, and that's pretty much it, guys. I kind of just wanted to answer the that question. You know, what do I have on the car? And I just kind of wanted to give my opinion on what's better, and I believe coilovers are better, but you know, airless suspension is probably the best. But hey, I ain't got $3 grand sitting around to spend on, you know, my car just to have that. So it's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you want more content or more questions answered about what's on the car or whatever, you know, just shoot me a message and I'll think of an idea or maybe make a video about it. And till then, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.